Oui. Ooh, nice.
Get comfortable with my cold beer if you want to.
Don't say that, I'm lying.
People need to know the truth. You're live for.
Because I'm lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
Anything else you know? Not doing much, are you? You're boring, aren't you?
I've just started. And then you've come in, so...
What are you looking at me for? Look at them.
Because you're here, babe.
Do you live? Do it right.
I'm doing it right. Always doing it right. Dancing. They like it when I dance, babe.
Don't sing one like that.
Oh no, I can't sing. Yeah. Zebige mwachako kuimba zebige kuja kunani kanu kitu. Nataka zebige. Mwai monaga? Nina kalero bating, but the chimbo echichara mpera boostere. Oh, some phone calls. Nina but this song will give me boostere. But you don't know how to dance. Now it's okay, I'll try your shot. Guys are really waiting. Let me sit down. We are waiting for the video. The full video. Guys, full video. Not yet what you better live. What? I'm waiting for the video. Oh, rest in peace, King Dandy. This is a tribute to Edgar Lungu and King Dandy Crazy. This is a tribute to these people. But bakitwe. Ireranga bakitwe ireranga. I remember when Church took away the seats of Joe Malanje and Bowman Musambo. I remember I made a post to say kopara chapwa mwapona kopara. Bakopara tabalaba. We remember what you have done to these people. I told you to say this injustice will come hunt you down, will come bite you. If only Mahaka Nation was listening to me. Change of government starts from the copper belt. Konsoko Winga, starting from the era of UNIP. Kwafma UNIP kwasa isa MMD. Kwafma MMD kwasa isa PF. Kwafma PF kwasa isa UPND. Kwafma UPND kwasa isa number NRUP. If in them fishinka, any change of government, pera signal to change government, ni copper belt. Change of government, I remember by ACL. That's when I saw by ACL is losing an election. When he went to the copper belt, is it not on this thing? When he went to the copper belt, he couldn't even hold a rally at that time. That's when I say, Ipera signal, whatever. There's a change of government. A person of my investors valash ta hold off now, because signal na ilanga. Signal na extension na ilanga. Copper belt is the one that gives a signal if there's gonna be a change of government. What you looking for? This. The cable, just. What is? People have seen you in life. What are you scared of? Stop it. So, what am I saying? What I'm saying is that any change, any sign of change of government to win a Copper Belt. Copper Belt, that's the one that shows and sends a signal to the entire provinces to say there's a change of government. And I can tell you, come 13th of August, we are changing government. We are changing government. My local plans are to stop right. For me, I didn't just want to dwell on the negativity to say, oh, but I just said the people themselves will show up. Okay? We received information to say, and mind you, let me tell you something. For 5 years, 5 solid years, the oppositions have never had properly so much the hot rally. And this is what has beat my UPND up. Because you see, my UPND were trying to fake popularity and stopping the opposition from conducting their rallies, from having their say. There has been no democracy for the last 5 years. You see, the campaign from the time he became president in 2021 till day, he has continued to campaign. But he thinks he's campaigning, but he's campaigning himself. The campaigning of the UPND administration has been done by no other than Hakainde Hichilema. If Hakainde Hichilema had allowed the opposition to freely conduct these rallies, his popularity would have not dwindled because the Zambian people hate injustice. Injustice. That you can be rest assured. They can be like fools. Zambians, they can be like fools. They will be just watching you. They know when to hit, when to crack a whip. If there's something I trust Ama Zambians, you can treat them, you can push them, you can do what? They'll be just watching. They will be just, but there is a time when they know it's time to crack the whip. Now the power is back to us. And it's so unfortunate that the presidents, they never learn. These presidents that we elect, and I hope Brian Mundubile, when he's elected president, he can learn from the previous presidents. Me, I like to preempt the future. Mamonaka. If anything, the one that has campaigned the UPND is President Hakainde Hichilema himself. Is vengeance. If you remember, I used to tell Hakainde Hichilema to say, Hakainde Hichilema, vengeance watch them back on, because you see, in life, it's better you just, heal by yourself and move on quietly and let karma do its work. Let God do his work. But when you embark on a journey of vengeance, it is said that when you embark on the journey of vengeance, be sure to dig 2 graves. One for your enemy and one for yourself. And for your life. That's why for me, you are wait, that's all. What's this? You dropped this. It's supposed to be put in here. Look. You put in here. Be sure to what? Be sure to dig 2 graves. One for your enemy and one for yourself. And that's what Hakainde Hichilema did. Exactly that. He never saw it coming. When he was kanya ba opposition look to exercise ama rights yabo. Is what has killed UPND. It is what has killed UPND. And tema MPs aba ipaye UPND yo. Aba ipaye UPND nwa Hakainde Hichilema abene. Mundo wafi chitafyao. Because Hakainde Hichilema is a one-man show. Why am I saying Hakainde Hichilema is a one-man show? Look at what he said when he went to Solwezi. We elect our members of parliament. 1. To represent the people of Zambia, not to go and worship a president. No. But if you go and listen to what Hakainde Hichilema said today, chintu chimo ichakwe bati nanga twarikota fene charo fe chichacho nga kuno chaba nani kane no kwesta impeach mo bachita impeach. Because he wants the MPs now to go and worship him, not to challenge him, not to question him, not to challenge him on the policies that will affect the people of Zambia. No, he wants the members of parliament to go into parliament to worship him, to just accept whatever comes out of his head. What's the point of having a government if one man is the one that we want to worship in this country? He himself revealed that in Solwezi today, that he had to drop MPs like Garin Kombo, the other one, Kerengi Kudia, Mubanga, and another guy, because they did not vote for Bill 7. Where is the democracy there? Just there on there. But you cannot vote for a man like that. Because where is the democracy? Where is the right for people to choose? For people to exercise their own rights, to have their free will to choose or to stand by the people? Because that Bill 7 was rejected not by just the people of Zambia, but also by the courts, saying this is unconstitutional. But this man, Hakainde Hichilema, who's currently in government, bulldozed this way and passed a bill that was against the will of the people, as well as the courts. So ngamoyimona Bill 7 iba pishishi. Mwana iboko baka ine na ba ichita review ko but eba lefwaisha sana ko Bill 7 ichita ipite isenta kwaba MP wa mletela 40 million kusorwezi because ne president ne bona mletela 40 million mwe bekara charo baka inde ichino chota batwalide 40 million do bali mu opposition kula kusorwezi ni chinshi. Iyo 40 million bachira makwama wakabare itutu munatine waleta 40 million ine because ne president kuno nindo Hakainde Hichilema bali mu opposition tabatwalide 40 million nindo Hakainde Hichilema bali mu opposition tabakudire secondary school kuda kugwengwa nicho choko bati impiyesho bale bonfe Hakainde Hichilema balaranda no kulanda oh ayama projects aya no nimpia shankongolo ngai mo Hakainde Hichilema CDF nimpia shabanani. These are taxpayers' money that you are using, and mind you, these are policies that any government comes up with. It is not you Hakainde Hichilema where you release your money in your pockets to say inenambi pera mweba kusorwezi 40 million ya CDF mure iwovya dionse CDF mu budget tamwata dile chitapo chocho mwadi mu opposition era mwabere mu opposition ngishita mwafumisha ndarama na mwashisha po ngombo no kwebo kozi mweba kara charo ile ndefu ya sana okuchita save your interest yenu iyi 40 million na shisha po ngombe sendeni mure shibovya echita mwachile cho ninchi. Because the money you are claiming to say it's the president that's released that money. In fact, that in itself can even be a reason to impeach you. Because what's the role of government? What do you understand by the term government? When you come up with these policies that you have brought up, these policies, does it mean that no member Hakainde Hichilema impiyosho mule pera bekara charo shiref mamu mu community house na nguna mushtishe ngombe ko bati mule pera bekara charo endaram? But mwe bekara charo. These are the reasons why we shouldn't even think even for a second to say we bring back Hakainde Hichilema or give Hakainde Hichilema a second term. But this man is not practicing democracy. He's not practicing democracy within his own political party. How do you expect him to practice democracy now on the national level? Because he explicitly wants the people, the MPs, to go there into parliament, instead of formulating laws that will protect the people of Zambia, laws that will be done in the best interest of our country. He doesn't do that. He wants to formulate laws that will keep him on that seat mpaka 2019. And this has been done systematically since the last five years, where he has now removed money in circulation, starved his own people, make sure everybody is broke, everybody cannot have their own money to do business so that they can speak. Everyone can become a beggar to Hakainde Hichilema, so that Hakainde Hichilema. Yes, Hakainde Hichilema. Yes, but you know, Kalama is there to ensure that Hakainde Hichilema exposes himself. Because if Kalama is not there to ensure that Hakainde Hichilema exposes himself, but this is what God does. Lesa ale bachita expose Hakainde Hichilema. Ira Bill 7 basa ini. Ni Bill 7 ya fumile mu community house. because kwa bekala shala twali ikeni ama MPs na waba keno ba isaina baba tamfia lero tabarefu no kubachita adopt because baka inde ichiro barefu ama MPs abakuba paper, not MPs that will go into parliament. And you don't expect opposition MPs in a democracy to just praise a president. No. It does not work like that. And it will never work like that. We are a democratic country, and Mahaka Indejima has ripped our constitution left, right, and center against the constitutional court's rulings. So he has now exposed himself. He has now given us the reason to vote him out, because this man, it is about him and him himself. If you want to listen to what he said, I'm going to play a video before I go to the Kitwe rally. And this is a very dangerous way to govern a country where one man in a democracy wants to be worshipped. One man in a democracy wants to be praised. One man in a democracy wants to guard people so that people that do not speak, people do not challenge him, and those that challenge him, they have to get the sharp end of the stick. Gives me more reason to go flat out to remove him, because this is not a democratic man. This is not a man that has got the best interest of our country. This is not the man that's going to provide fair play for every opposition that we have. This is a man that wants his way and no way. And now this is an opportunity for us as a people to speak louder in the ballot, to ensure that we teach this man a lesson, that anyone who's coming after this man will remember to say, do not mess with the Zambian people. This is your time. You have been quiet. You have been gagged, Mwebekarachalo. This is your time. In 2 months' time, this is your time to liberate yourself and give yourself the second independence that we are talking about. We cannot afford to have Hakainde Hichilema in office for the next 5 years. It is your time to redeem your freedoms. It is your time to redeem your rights. It is your time to protect, to bring back your constitution that protects your rights. This is your time, the people of Zambia. You have suffered for 5 years. 2 months, 2 months, Ichisuma kuchalo chesu icha Zambia, because in another quarter suma kuchalo chesu icha Zambia, they don't actually respect constitution yesu ya chalo. They don't actually respect ama views, nama rights. Ya uri won't say ule for kubachita chalo, no kubachita criticize, because the constitution of our country allows us to give critics to any leader, and I mean any leader. Now, if a leader cannot even accept that, if a leader is so insecure that when his subjects, his own people, his own MP decides to think for themselves, then they become his worst enemies. That, my brothers and sisters, you must condemn. That, my brothers and my sisters, is something you cannot allow for the next 5 years. That's why mule mwana waka inde ichima. Bale shokwe bat. Bake se chinja. Amana mulu ya chano. Kisa iwika president wa ya after. Presidential limit. This is the reason why he was so much pushing for that Bill 7. It's not about the people of Zambia. It is not about the poor people. It is not about the women. It is about Hakainde Hichilema. You cannot, have a Republican president say because Barata voted for Bill 7, therefore they cannot be my MPs. You can't. It is a dangerous way to lead a country. It is a dangerous way to have a leader that will lead people in such a manner. Now, if his own MPs are being subjected to the injustices, who are you? Who are you? You, the poor Zambian who has got no voice, who has been gagged for the last 5 years, who cannot speak. Anyone who utters the word Ureakushimbukai. This is your time to reclaim your freedoms, my people. This is your time to reclaim your rights, you people of Zambia. This is the time to show who you are. This is the time to show that when it comes to matters that concerns our country, we are going to unite together. And we are going to speak with one united voice to ensure that this country is safe for the future generation and the generations to come. This is the time. So, when Hakainde Hichilema was in Solwezi, this is what he had to say. Listen to this, my people.
Why did they bring CDF to 40 million?
Listen to this.
40 million MP. It is the president who brought the 40 million at the constituency. The important seat is that of the president. That's the one who holds government. The rest of them are there to support the president, to vote in parliament. And that's why we want MPs who vote for the UPND and the president's motions in parliament, not those who vote against Bill 7. No. We want MPs who follow the party programs in parliament.
Now listen. Now, just there and then, it's just a 2 minutes video. Just there and then, we want MPs who follow the party rules in parliament. Now, parliament is not a parliament of the UPND. Parliament is a parliament of the people of Zambia. Where do the people of Zambia lie in that statement? Where are you, the people that vote for these people to go into parliament to represent you? Because now it's standing out to be that parliament now is a personal to order to his political party. Parliament, the parliament of the Republic of Zambia now has become a UPND extended branch, such that any MP that goes there must not represent the interest of the people. Any MP that you take into that parliament must now represent the interest of the UPND and Akainde Ichilema. Where on earth, maybe Akainde Ichilema does not understand the responsibility of a member of parliament. Maybe I need to educate you, Mr. President. Let me educate you by definition of what a member of parliament is supposed to do. Seriously. This I'm giving is to open if palagas to ensure for you, the Zambian people, to understand why you need to change government. Why you need to vote out Akainde Ichilema. This is not malice. This is not because I hate Akainde Ichilema. It is because of who he is. It is because of what he represents. He represents himself and not the people of Zambia. He does not represent the interest of this country or your interest as a people. So let me educate Akainde Ichilema what a member of parliament is. By definition, Google, what is the role? What is the role of a member of parliament? It's as simple as ABCD. And if we had a president that really understands these concepts and the constitution, we would not have him saying all sorts of things. That's just embarrassing to have such a person in that high office. So, by definition, Mr. Akainde Ichilema, the responsibility or the role of a member of parliament is, I read and I quote, members of parliament are elected to represent the interests and concerns of the people in their local areas or constituencies. Just there. They are not elected to come and represent the interest of a political party and a party president. No, absolutely not. Guys, this is a very important live. Let us share. Let us reach 2K. They want to get 2K. They can't much educate by president. The role of a member of parliament. He needs to understand what a member of parliament is all about. And this goes to every one of us who are seeking office, every one of us who wants to go into that parliament to represent the people. You are not going to represent the interest of a political party or the interest of the president. No, you are there to represent the interest of the people. That's why UPND, vote them out. Do not vote for UPND. Do not vote for UPND. President, councillor, MP. Vote them out. Vote them out. This for me, that is my message to the people. According to this just 2 minutes video of Akainde Ichilema. So the role of a member of parliament, Mr. Akainde Ichilema, it says they balance their time between their constituencies and parliament, focusing on main areas representing constituencies, shaping legislation, and scrutinizing government. So a member of parliament cannot just say yes, Bwana, because you are president. No. A democratic democratically elected leader has to represent the interests of the people. Now, you're supposed to have people that are able to say, no, Mr. President, this is not right. This is not what we have voted for. And that's what will make you a good leader. A member of parliament does not go into parliament under taxpayers' money, getting all sorts of money from the taxpayers who elected them simply to go and praise the president. No. Simply to go there and lick a leader. No. Simply to go there and represent a political party interest. No. So Google, Mr. President, what the role of a member of parliament is. Or by definition, go through our constitution. Bet by we have not even read the constitution of this country. Because if you had read this constitution, you would have protected it. If you really meant well for the people of Zambia, by the constitution, you should have stood. As you promised when you were being immigrated. So Baka Nation went on to say, this is what he went on to say. Let me just even start it. It's so embarrassing that we have a president who can speak like this publicly. This is not okay. This is, and you should not, under any circumstances, accept this. This is a mockery of your integrity. Baka Nation is standing on the podium once you are paying and is mocking you. He wants to treat us what to ringombe romba ifo yuko baka indechima bale turopo na fene michira tulife mo bale fo kutuzunga kwa tuli muikola. He wants to put us muikola. That whatever he says kabiye no kuya fe tudeima mo ni ngombe romba tufwe bantu romba na twaluke ngombe. It is dangerous, and you cannot have such a leader in this land. Listen to what he's saying. Listen.
It is the president who brought 40 million kwacha per constituency per year. The important seat is that of the president. That's the one who forms government. The rest of them are there to support the president, to vote in parliament. And that's why we want MPs who vote for the UPNA and the president's motion in parliament, not those who vote against Bill 7. No. We want MPs who follow the party programs in parliament.
We want MPs who follow the party programs, not the Zambian programs.
Without Bill 7 passing,
imagine.
we never had a new constituency here in Soweto.
Imagine.
In Kalundula, in Minimuna, right? In Zambia. This province now has a lot more MPs because the UPND MPs followed the instruction to vote for Bill 7. But we have 4 MPs.
It is not. It's always what's not being said. And it is always listen to what's not being said because the UPND MPs followed the instructions, not the law, not what the law says, not what the court says, but the instructions. But from who? What does the police got to do with the arresting someone? What does the police got to do with the arrest of the opposition? Is HH the police? Is HH the what? Here is. It's not saying because the UPND MPs followed the law. No. He's saying the UPND MPs followed the instructions. Akaine Ichima instructed his MP to go and vote for Bill 7. Against all odds, he himself has expressed himself, has exposed himself. That is the president of this republic. What a shame. What a shame. UPND MPs followed the instructions. They did not follow the law. They did not think for themselves to say this that we are doing is wrong. But they followed the instruction that Aka in the Ichim said to them, go and vote for that Bill 7. Now, where do your rights stand? Are those the kind of members of parliament you want to bring back again? So they can go there, get your money, eat your money without protecting you, without representing your interest. They come there, they're begging. Right now, they are begging for your votes. They're kneeling. But they're being instructed by Hakainde to formulate policies and laws against the courts, against your will, against you, the people of Zambia. Is that the people that you want to go back into parliament and repeat the same cycle? And this time around, if you dare make a mistake, they'll do it 10 times over. It's a shame to have a president that would even sit there and think this what I'm saying is actually normal. A man that does not follow the law. A man that is in the forefront of abrogating the constitution of our country. They never want to delay you. You always wonder, why is that one getting arrested? Why is Sevia Chungu in police? Here you are. He gives the instructions to do what they're doing. It's not like he's not aware. He's actually aware of what he's doing. Because if he's not aware, he wouldn't be praising that they followed instructions. Where is the democracy there? Let's finish this video. It's a 2 minutes video, but there's so much that is said in this video that you will be shocked. You will be shocked.
To vote for Bill 7. And
let me just go back.
This province now has a lot more MPs because the UPND MPs followed the instruction to vote for Bill 7. But we have 4 MPs that refuse to vote for Bill 7. And I will name them. Gary Kombo, Mujima, Samakai, and Mubanga. We don't want MPs like that because without Bill 7, there will be no women coming into parliament.
But Hakainde Ichima do not want MPs that will protect your interest. But Hakainde Ichima do not want MPs that will stand by the constitution. But Hakainde Ichima do not want MPs that respects the law of this land. He doesn't want. He wants MPs that is going to instruct to do shenanigans in parliament and they go and do it. They don't want MPs that have got the best interest. And that is why he doesn't like Gary Kombo. That is why he fired Muchima. That is why he has not adopted Samakai and Mubanga. Because Wahaka in the Ichilema, it is his way or no way. The law does not matter. The constitution of our country does not matter. And anybody who tries to think and use their brains, they'll have to go punished. He likes people who are lapdogs. People like Daddy where can throw a bone and they'll praise. And those are the people you guys want to send in. If it's chima actually Bill 7, it's chimrenge, chakarurush, wakarurush, ndiparimu. That woman makes sure she gets votes, very low votes in Kalurush. She's a traitor. She's a shameless woman. This is a woman that sat Mungandaba ECO on his birthday drinking wine at Tasira room. That woman you see, Kampambamlenga. Kampambamlenga. That's why Kampambamlenga, Uyu, Uakantanshu, Uyu, Anthony Mumba, Uyu Nankanoju, Uyu Waku Mandevuju. Christopher Shakafuswa. Christopher Shakafuswa, ewa left Rockstar mobilized because I didn't mobilization chairman. Kuri balungu. I left Rockstar mobilized because I didn't have UPND. Ewa let wada information ku UPND. Christopher Shakafuswa medical shalo. If my MPs if when in Zambia, take question. In fact, if you don't say if you UPND, take question. If you traitor. Nifi treta makamaka chikampambamlenga chimali. That woman on 11th November 2024 waikere mungandaba ICO wale nwana okunwa natasina pamba diso mungandaba ICO on ICO's birthday. That woman she's a traitor. Wakarurush. Do not. We don't want political prostitutes. We want people that will stand with the people of Zambia when it matters most. Okay? She was fooling all of you. She was fooling all. Ine, tabesha. Getting mitwaroku. Ama greatest situation echa de valungu. Christopher Shakafuso wa mandevu. Make sure akapone uchi. Make sure Christopher that for me. Pakafye. Ngara imba po ngoru imbo. It's difficult. Get out. Once I forget these MPs are in the PND. Forget Mwebekala. They will not represent your interests. They will represent the interests of themselves. When the going gets tough, they change, they switch sides. Number Banyala, because Kitwe na ipera signal. Kitwe has given us a signal. Mwemona. Kampamba mlenga, that woman, I swear to God. Teach that woman a lesson. She cannot be treating you like children. She was telling you, enough join a UPNG, 30, what an order. So who should have an order between me and Kampamba Mlenga? Who should have order between me and Kampamba Mlenga? Me by myself, I'll petition that now she might see stretching your take. Who take a chinja? Whether you write it or not, you take now chinja no kare. Now chinja, 3 days ago integration yako brand mundu. Days ago integration yako brand mundu. Not if you for the tontonka. Not if you for the tontonka nya. Days de landinga. 2 months from now, you are going to see Chibiongo vis-a-vis munchende. Ndei soko na vena shenki tukese shana na vena chesta tukese imba imbe fiaku imba imba. Ndei, this is our fight. We have fought and we will continue to fight until we usher in Brand Mundubi. We cannot have imbutu mashaba ntushia mufta represent mu parliament mudashia yesu shafio tufumo. No. We want MPs that will represent the people of Zambia, MPs that will even challenge your Brand Mundubi when he tries to make a mistake. That's how you build a leader. If you want your Brand Mundubi to do well when you vote for him, you have to question his policies. He has to protect the constitution. He has to protect the interests of our country. So MPs will help. MPs, because they experience. So they will say, Mr. President, Mr. President, you cannot do this. Mr. President, I think let's go this route. That way we'll build this country. You cannot say we are developing this country when the agenda you have is that of UPND and not our country and not the Republic of Zambia. It's absolute nonsense. Because then we are, now we want to be, Baka Ishima wants to infuse us in a small political, but because UPND is just a small aspect of the country. So now, once a number for two economic to stay infused. Because the policies that they are making is not the policies that are for this country. The policies that they are making is the policies for they themselves, according to what you are saying. And the former MPs, our former policies, so where, just there and then, where do you think development is going to come? The former classrooms, free education, no quality education. By now, we should be talking about how our children are going to equip themselves with computer knowledge, technology, and so on and so forth. That is quality education. And this notion, if you have notion that they want to run to say, no. Free education. Free education before free education. So you cannot tell me there's never been free education. Not some free education. Every one of us in some way we have free education. In fact, free education never compared to the free education that waka in the Ishma, Sambiland. What's Sambira Kumushuko? Why Sheba Unza? Under the free education of who? Of Keke. Why, Mona? So when he talks about this notion, free education, the question is it quality education? Is it quality education? And if it's not quality education, what are we teaching our people? Are we just wanting to paint to say we have brought a policy of free education? But if you don't watch BBC Baka in the what about we push to say? How sustainable is this your free education? He answers, is it the right thing to do? Yes, it's the right thing to do, but how sustainable is it? But even that, look at the cost of fuel. Look at the cost of electricity. Look at how much cost of living you've been subjected to. Transportation cost. All that is infused to the same free education. Look at the taxes. The amount of taxes you are paying on commodities. It is what's paying for all this. In fact, because we used to pay more 200 per year, 200. Watch. Yet we had less fuel cost, we had electricity, less tariffs, we had the taxes that were less. So now we're even paying more through these sectors of the economy, and then they come to tell you that they've brought free education. Free education, but I could also sponsor free education. It is your taxes that they are getting. They are getting your taxes, and then they infuse it at the Tush free education. So do not be cheated. There's nothing for free on this earth. In some way you are paying. That tax vasenda, the tax you are paying for that free education. But I mean paying what free education? Which way? By who? For what? For who? Eh? Your free education, but they pay the tax. When you get paid, they tax you. When you buy electricity, they tax you. When you go for transportation, it's expensive. There's tax in there. Fuel, there's tax in there. It is going down to free education. In fact, you're paying more than what you used to pay. So do not be fooled. And nobody's coming to remove this policy. Remove this policy. No. Personally, I love education, so there's no way. There's no way Brad Mundu is going to remove that. What Brad Mundu will do, however, is going to enhance the free education to a point whereby the children start having quality education. Why am I you now will hold him to account to ensure that this free education stay enhanced. So that our Namakuma school not teacher pupil ratio so that our Nabama school quality education, not just the quantity of education. Then we are going to also employ Brian Mundubiri to at least when it comes to taxes, because everything in this country is being, we are an importer. We are a country of importer. Even the simple matches we are importing as a country. In Jinga, we are not a manufacturing nation. That's why it's important that when we form government or when we form a new government, these our leaders can heed to what we are talking about today. We as a country are an importing nation. So what we want to do when Brian comes in, I hope I'll be his political advisor when he comes in, because this will be good. I can feel it. Because so when it comes to our country, in terms of policy directions, we as an importing country, we have to ensure that certain taxes that has been increased by this government, taxes on bicycles, the importation of bicycles, the matches and whatnot, can be lowered to easy the cost on businesses and also the cost on the consumer. Because listen, for me, these are the policies here. Policy direction, something nangu political advisor to the president, because now ebo tuwaingira mwaimona tufure tubana UPND that if parakaza fira bomba mwaimona. So here's the point what I'm trying to say. So you have to make sure that when we import that, if the government cushions the amount of tax they collect from a business, it's also going to help the consumer who's you. Because the taxes in that import will be lower, therefore the price of that commodity will be lower. But if the government is increasing taxes on importations, then those imports that we import in our country will be expensive for that business to recoup the amount of money it is spending on these transactions. So in order to caution the cost on the consumer, we are going to employ the government, the new government that is coming in, to say, Mr. President, I think it's important if the tax maybe tax 5% of importation. Maybe per 2.5% or by 3%. That way, that's how you lower the cost of commodities as an importing country. Because then, if the consumer, who's you, the people who are watching me, go to buy a box of matches, because the import on the cost of business has been cautioned by the government, the cost of matches will be low. Your consumer will rush the matches because the government has made it flexible for the business to import these products. And that's how you fuel economic growth in a country. Yes, it can be good for that importer, but at the end of the day, subsidies are important. No, subs in every government. America does subsidies. UK, they do subsidies. That way, it lessens the burden on the people, and that's why you cannot have a government who comes in and removes FISIP. But when you form government on 13th of August, one of the things I will implore you to do is to reintroduce FISIP. Farmer support input program must come back. Today, farmers fertilizer about 600 at least. We are not going to tell you to put you in pressure to say, oh, Mr. President, you have to just reverse, Mr. President. Reverse. We want the farmers, not input to no. We want the farmers. I know it's going to be a long process because you pay now. But in that regard, when the farmers are cushioned and they grow these commodities, as a government to buy this, we're able to export. We're able to export at a reasonable price, and farmers are going to be paid. These are the issues that we really are going to focus on come 13th of August 2026 when there's a change of government. Another thing I want to talk about, that you should focus